Hello crochet lovers, it's Diane here from Crochet with Diane. In today's video I'm bringing you part 2 of the crochet jumper. It's a beautiful, warm, cozy, oversized style, and the stitch pattern I've used creates a beautiful knit stitch effect. In this video I will show you how to crochet the ribbing on the bottom of the jumper, the cuffs and the collar for the neck. Also how to sew all of the sections together to complete the jumper. If you want to watch part 1 of this series, please click the link in the description below. I would love to know if you are giving this crochet project a try or any other projects you are currently working on. Also, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more crochet inspirations. So let's get on with part 2 of this crochet jumper. So this is one of the front or the back panel of your jumper. And what we want to do is add try and get this in camera here and shot. We need to add the ribbing to the bottom of your jumper. So we are going to work along, we're going to attach the yarn to this right hand corner here. This is going to be the bottom of our jumper. So now to do the ribbing, I've gone down 1mm hook size to a 7mm hook size, just to make the ribbing a little bit tighter in tension. So let's bring the camera in and we're going to start with this corner. So attach your yarn to the corner like so. I'm always happy just to tie a knot to attach a new piece of yarn. And we are going to put a single crochet in between each row across the bottom. So on row 1 we are going to place a single crochet evenly along this row. So put your hook in there in the first corner stitch and pull up a loop and chain 1, and you're going to need to find a little space evenly to put your single crochets. So put one in there and we'll put one in there. Just take a look where you want to. We're creating, what we're doing is, because along here is the bottom of the rows, there's no solid stitches that we can use to work the ribbing. So what we're creating is the stitches that we then use to make the ribbing. So just space them evenly. You can't really go too wrong with this bit. Space them evenly across. There's a bit of a gap there, so I'll close that up with a single crochet stitch and in there. all the way along the bottom of your panel. So you can see we're creating the stitches here, which will start to make the ribbing. So go ahead now, continue all the way along the bottom of your panel and I'm doing a single crochet along here, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So just coming to the end of this row now, to put our last stitch into the corner, just so it's nice and even there, and chain 2 and turn your work. And you see we've got the stitches along the bottom there. So the next row we're going to start working a front post and back post, front post then back post, double crochet. So I'll just get my yarn sorted. Right, so here are our single crochet stitches, and we'll work a double crochet, a back post double crochet into this first one, and to do that, yarn over, put your hook to the side, round the back and out through the other side of the stitch, and double crochet as normal. Then the next single crochet we come to, we're going to do a front post double crochet, and that means coming up from the back round the front of the post like that, yarn over, pull up a loop and double crochet as normal. And in the next one we do a back post double crochet where we go around the back of the post, bring up a loop and do your double crochet. The next one will be a front post double crochet, so put your hook through the back, around the front of the post and back out the back there, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So it's alternating back post, front post, back post, front post, back post, front post, back post, front post, oops, sorry, and back post, front post, We'll do this all the way along. You're working each single crochet stitch, and this one is around the front of the post. Oh. So there you go, and we're starting to create the nice ribbing effect. So continue along now, along this row, alternating between a back post double crochet and a front post double crochet, and I'll see you at the end of this row. So when you've come to the end of the row, we chain 2 and turn your work. And for the next row of your ribbing, we're just going to mimic what we see here. So this first one is a front post double crochet. So we do another front post double crochet, which is through around the front of the post, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. And the next one is a back post. So we do the same thing. Do a back post where there's a back post, and a front post where there's a front post. There's around the back of the post there. And the next one around the front post. The front post double crochet. So we are just matching the same as the row below, all the way along to the end of the row, and you see the ribbing starting to form. And repeat the ribbing rows for 6 rows, or for the thickness that you want your ribbing to be. And then on the other panel, do exactly the same. So you have your 2 front and back panels with the ribbing at the bottom. So now we're going to sew the jumper, all the sections together. And I've got one of the panels here. But first of all, the first thing we need to do is to mark where the space for your head's going to go. So fold this in half lengthways so we can find the center of the panel and pop in a stitch marker there. And then undo and make this nice and straight then measure in total. I'm doing 8 inches for the space for the neck opening. So placing the stitch marker, let me bring this in. Hopefully you can see this tape measure. Place the stitch marker at 4 inches and then put a stitch marker there. And a stitch marker there. And now do exactly the same on the other panel. So to join the 2 panels together, having the wrong side or the inside of your jumper facing you, just match the 2 top sides together, and we're going to join using a single crochet. So if you can see here, we just stitch through one, push the hook through one side, and then the corresponding stitch on the other side, bring up a loop and pull through. And you can see I'm just joining with a single crochet, and I'll work up to these the first 2, the first stitch marker, and then we'll swivel it round and single crochet to join up to this stitch marker, leaving this for the head opening. So we've sewn together the 2 panels, and now we're going to sew on the sleeves. So the same way, fold the sleeve in half to put in a stitch marker to find the center of the sleeve, and then place it, the stitch marker, level with the seam of the jumper, of the top of the jumper, and the same with the other sleeve. Find the center of the sleeve and line that up with the seam of the shoulder of the jumper. And now, using a single crochet, we're going to join the sleeve and this sleeve along here. Okay, so I'm just trying to get this all on camera here. We've sewn the 2 panels together at the top. There's your neck opening. We've sewn on the 2 sleeves there and here. I hope we can see that okay on the camera. So what we need to do is we're going to just finish all the sewing now, is grab this here and lift, and here is your jumper, and it's inside out. which is good because we're going to continue with the single crochet to join, and where we're going to do is join all the way from, obviously get everything nice and straight, and you again write a single crochet joining the bottom of your sleeve, and then all the way down your side. And if you want to leave a little V, sort of finishing there if you like, or you can sew all the way down, and then obviously we sew all the way down here, and then all the way to the bottom, or wherever you want to end the join of your jumper, using the single crochet. And that is the main body of your jumper. Obviously, after that, we're going to put some ribbing on the sleeve and the opening for your head. So continue to do your single crochet, finishing up here and here, here, and all the way down here. So we've finished sewing all the edges together, and turn the jumper the right side, and here is the main body of your jumper. Can't quite get it all on the camera there because it's nice, big, oversized, beautiful, soft, with a knit look, really lovely. And here, now what we're doing next is we are going to make these cuffs. I've already done this one, but I'm going to show you how to do that next, and it gives a lovely, nice kind of bell shaped, oversized, chunky sleeve. So let's get on with doing the cuff on the other sleeve. So to start the cuff, you need to find your seam which runs along the underside of the arm, and we're going to attach the yarn. Just pull that through, tie a knot, and then if you can see the top, around the top of the cuff that we already have, there isn't really a solid stitch that we can work with. So we're going to start by putting in a single crochet, put your hook through, bring up a, try again, put your hook through, bring up a loop, and do a single crochet. Now we're going to put in a single crochet around the top of your sleeve as evenly as you possibly can. And what we're doing is we're just making a foundation chain effectively that we can then start to make the cuff. So find a gap in there, put in a single crochet, and just as long as it's fairly evenly spread around the top of your sleeve, that will be just fine. So you can see we're creating a stitch that we can work with. So continue to go around the entire circumference of the top of your sleeve, putting in a single crochet evenly around, and I'll meet you back when we get back round to the seam. Okay, so we've done a single crochet all the way around the top of the sleeve and joined into the first single crochet that we did there with a slip stitch. So now I'm going to pop in a stitch marker, and the next round will be a decrease. So start with a single crochet, and what we're going to do is put your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then straight away put your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And we're going to do this all the way around. So straight away put your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So we are going to continue like this all the way around, which is decreasing, starting to cinch in the top of the sleeve. So find your next stitch, put your hook in, pull up a loop, straight away put your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches. So now for this round, continue all the way around, putting in your decrease stitches. So that's the end of the first round of decreases, and I've slip stitched in to finish off the round. The next round is also a decrease round, and so to start, put your hook in, pull up a loop, and then put your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now the pattern for this round is 2 decrease and then 1 single crochet. So we've done 1 decrease, we'll do another. So hook in, pull up a loop, hook in the next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's 2 decrease. So the next one is just a single crochet. Then we do another 2 decrease stitches. So put your hook in, pull up a loop, put your hook in the next stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. We do that twice, so that's once, and then do another one, and then put in a single crochet into the next. I'll just show you one more time. So we decrease in 1, once, decrease twice, and then put in a single crochet. Now continue with that pattern, decrease twice and a single crochet all the way around till you get back to your stitch marker. And the next round is going to be a single crochet in every stitch. So I'll leave that stitch marker in. So I'm going to just crochet up one single crochet. Then I'm going to single crochet in every stitch all the way around. Just like that, nice and simple. And you can see it's already cinched in quite a bit. So keep going now with this last round of decreases, putting in a single crochet in every stitch until you get back round to your stitch marker. So now we can do the ribbing stitch, which is a back post and front post double crochet. So start by chain up 2, and in this first single crochet stitch here, yarn over and do a back post double crochet, just like that. This method is exactly the same as we did the ribbing on the bottom of the jumper, except this time we're working in rounds. So we'll leave a stitch marker in for now. So that's a back post double crochet. So now we will do, in the next one, we'll do a front post double crochet. So yarn over and come around the front of the post like that. Pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And the next one will be a back post double crochet. Yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then a front post double crochet. Back post double crochet. Front post double crochet. And keep going all the way around now until you reach your stitch marker, and slip stitch. When you get to this last stitch here, slip stitch into the top of that chain 2 to finish the round. So for row 2 of the ribbing, chain up 2 and mimic what you see in the row below. So this is a back post double crochet, so we do a back post double crochet there, and the next one will be a front post double crochet, and continue round, alternating back post double crochet and front post double crochet all the way, and you can see the ribbing beginnings of taking shape there. So continue round 2 all the way around, and then slip stitch into the top of your chain 2 to finish the round. I'll meet you when we get here on this round, just to quickly show you. So keep going with these front post, back post, double crochet in round 2 of the ribbing. So you can see I've come to the end of this round, and I've put in my last front post double crochet in there, and to finish we're going to slip stitch into the top of this chain 2 that we did at the beginning of the round. Push your hook in there and slip stitch through. So that is your ribbing stitch. So you would carry on now for 6 or 7 rows, or for however wide you want your cuff to be. Okay, this is 6 rows of the front post, back post double crochet, and I'm happy with that for the sleeve on the one I'm making, but you obviously can go ahead and make it longer if you want, or shorter if you like, but should look a little something like this. And obviously at the end, all you need to do is just finish off as normal and just sew in the ends. Into the inside of your cuff. Just to make it secure. I usually do a little loop, pop the needle back through there, and just tighten it down with a little knot, and then pull it through another little piece of yarn and snip off. Okay, so that's your sleeve done. Go ahead and do the sleeve on the other side exactly the same. And next, all we really need to do now is the cuff on the opening for the neck. So we will do that next. So here's the opening for your neck. So we're going to start at the back, and we're putting in the same cuff design that we've put on the sleeves and the bottom of the jumper around the neck. So attach your yarn, and again we're going to need to do a single crochet stitch all the way around to create a stitch that we can start to work the cuff onto. So first row is a single crochet evenly as possible all the way around, the opening for your neck, and I think probably what will help here is a little stitch marker where we began. So yes, go ahead now and putting in a single crochet evenly around the opening of your neck till you get back to the stitch marker. So we're round to the stitch marker, pop in your last couple of stitches, and to finish this round, just slip stitch into there, pull it together. Now we're going to start the ribbing stitch. So chain 2, and in this first single crochet we're going to put in a back post double crochet. And in the next stitch, put in a front post double crochet. So you come around the front of the post, pull up your loop and your double crochet. Then a back post double crochet. So we're doing this now, is we're doing exactly the same as we made the cuffs on the sleeve, using a back post, then a front post double crochet all the way around till you get back to the beginning. And don't forget to use a stitch marker if it helps to see the beginning. So go around this first row and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so we're here at the end of that first round of front post and back post double crochet. I've just put my last back post double crochet in there, and I'm going to slip stitch into this first chain 2 that we did at the beginning of this round. So take your stitch marker out, find your chain 2 space, and at the top of there just slip stitch to pull it together. And now for the next round, chain 2 and pop in your stitch marker again. I always find that helpful. And then continue with this next stitch and mimic the one what you see below. So here we have the next stitch is a back post double crochet. So we will do a back post double crochet. And the next one you can see is a front post double crochet. So you come up and around the front of the post there. And the next one is a back post double crochet. So, as we did with the cuffs of the sleeves, we continue with this round with the back post, front post double crochet, creating this ribbing effect, which is also, you can already see it's starting to take shape. So continue round the head opening with this stitch, and you can make this as tall or as short as you want. You could stop there if you wanted to with 1 row or 2 rows. I'm going to probably do around 4 rows so it comes a little bit further up the neck, but keep going and I'll show you next. And here is the finished collar. I've done mine 8 rows in total, so it comes up nice and high on the neckline, but you can make yours as short or as long as you like. And so here is your completed jumper with the sleeves, beautiful collar, and all the sleeves, the cuffs and the bottom ribbing all matching. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope to see you next time.